I'm really interested in talking to Laura, who's on the phone for a second date right now, because the email that she sent in said, "Hey, Jubal, if you do the second date, I've got a teaser for you. This guy used a pickup line on me that I guarantee you've never heard before."
Wow.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh, I want to hear it too.
Yeah.
God, she's good
me
at this.
too. Hey, Laura, what's up?
Hey, guys.
God.
Hey, what was the pickup line? I feel like I've heard and used every single pickup line in the book, so you got your work cut out for you.
I swear you have not heard this one before. I promise.
And it obviously worked because you went out with the guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was kind of weird, but ultimately, I guess it worked.
What was it?
Okay, I'm dying to know. What was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the line was, "You kind of look like my stepsister,
Whoa.
and I've always had a thing for her."
Ew,
What?
What?
That is gross, man. Why weren't you
Okay.
running the other way? Now I'm questioning what's wrong with you.
Yeah. Why did that work on you?
I guess because it just totally took me by surprise. I
Oh,
mean,
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Are you sure it's
Normally-
not because you've always had a thing for your stepbrother and this was just some fantasy that you both were going to live out?
I don't know. Maybe I've read one too many romance novels or
Yeah.
something.
Let's hear the scenario then. Like, maybe situationally it might have worked. How did he deliver this line to you? Where'd you meet him?
I was out with a bunch of my girlfriends out at a bar,
Uh-huh.
and this group of guys walks up and just kind of starts sitting down at our table and mingling. Like everybody's just talking.
Tell me you're like super wasted and that's why it worked on you.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't that wasted at the time.
Okay.
Really?
So it sparked
And-
conversation. How long did you guys hang out?
Quite a while. I mean, we were talking for probably an hour or so. And, even at one point I got up, I went to the bar to get a fresh drink, and I come back to the table, and some other girl has slid into my place and is chatting him up.
Oh, wow. Did you kick her out? You're like, hey, you don't look like his stepsister. Get out of here. Or half-sister or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, I had to get rid of her. So I told her that the bartender was just complaining that something was wrong with her credit card, and he needed to talk to her about it.
Oh, that
It's a good move.
is genius and also super shady.
I don't know. I mean, I just wanted my guy back. I mean, he was mine.
Okay.
All right.
So was this the date that you want to call him back about, or did you guys actually go out?
There's more. So I'm like, you're welcome. I saved you from that Ugga.
No, you did not call her that.
I did. I'm sorry. I did. I'll admit it.
What did he say?
He was like, well, why are we sitting around wasting time here? If you want another drink, why don't we have one back at my place?
Oh, man.
Oh,
Sweet.
impressive.
And
We
does he
know.
live with his family, so you got to meet the person you look like?
No, thank God.
Meet the
All right. So did you go back to his place, though?
Yeah, I was kind of up for it,
Cool.
I ended up spending the night, we had fun.
You can always tell
Nice.
when someone ends up staying the night because their voice gets even higher.
Yeah.
We talked about it. I mean, we just did it, and it was really fun.
Yeah, we just had a good time.
See?
Yep. See, the voice is still high. All right.
Nice.
So it sounds like you had fun. How was the next morning?
So the next morning was also kind of funny, but kind of strange.
Oh.
Beautiful Day by YouTube just starts blaring at like 7 a.m. So he's got some preset alarm, I guess, on his iPhone or something.
Whoa.
And, I mean, it wakes me right up. He's still snoring next to me. Like, he doesn't even hear it.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, if it's your alarm, you usually sleep through it if you hear it the same thing every morning.
So his alarm goes off again. Same exact thing. Beautiful day. It's blasting in my ear. I mean, the volume's up at like 10.
Okay.
I thought this guy was questionable comparing you to one of his family members, but having Beautiful Day by U2 play every morning on your alarm, why do you want to go out with this psycho again?
Come on.
Maybe he's really sensitive. I mean,
So what happened? I mean, he just rolled over and hit snooze again, or?
so he's not hitting the button, and I just can't take it anymore. So I kind of like start reaching over him, hit it off, and as soon as I do, he like slaps my hand away.
What? Slapped it?
Yeah, but it's just extra weird because otherwise he's lying there like a zombie. Like he's completely motionless. And he just like randomly slaps my hand away. It's almost like he maybe didn't know what he was doing.
Weird.
Did he
Weird.
wake up
Okay.
at that point after the hand slap?
No, he didn't. He just kept lying there.
Did he ever wake up?
Did he ever?
I mean, he kind of rustled around in the bed a little bit, but he was pretty hungover. So I can kind of understand why he wasn't too energetic in the morning.
Yeah.
But he didn't exactly say goodbye.
Oh my God. So you just got up, got dressed, and then left.
Yeah, I mean, I had to go. So, yeah, I just kind of had to, leave.
Do you think he was faking sleeping so that he didn't have to talk to you in the morning?
God, I hope not. I hadn't even thought of that.
Well, now you have a whole new thing to think about.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's not calling you back?
I don't know. I had a really great time. And I don't want it to be just, a random hookup. I'd like to see him again.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date, if he wakes up, that is. Okay? All right, hang on. Hey, Laura,
Yes.
is this giving you flashbacks of your date?
Starting me off right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Feeling
I guess.
positive.
If you're just tuning in for the second date, Laura is on the phone. And Why a Beautiful Day by, who is that again?
You too, Jubal.
You too,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're kind of
Why?
a big
I should
deal.
know that.
Oh
I
my
work
God.
in radio. People assume I know
Yeah.
music, but I don't. I was going to say Coldplay, and I knew that was wrong. A Beautiful Day by U2. Why do we start the segment with that? Because Laura met a dude at a bar. They went back to his place. They ended up, how'd you say it, Laura? Having fun, but you said it with a really high voice.
We were having fun.
Yeah. So they had a bunch of fun, and then she was woken up in the morning by that song right there on his phone as an alarm, I guess, and it kept going off. She tried to turn off the alarm, and at one point, he seemed to be still asleep, but he woke up, knocked her hand away from the phone, and then went back to sleep. And she hasn't heard a word from him since.
Laura, are you sure you want to call this guy? I just think one night stands, one night hookups that don't call you back and don't wake up in the morning to say goodbye are usually probably not very promising.
I hear what you're saying, Brooke, but we had a great time. I mean, we really connected. I just think that he was maybe really hungover and doesn't really know what he did. And so I'd like to, get to the bottom of this.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Hopefully his ringtone is A Beautiful Day, too.
Oh.
It's just like a weird U2 fan. Every single song of his. You ready, Laura?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Oh, by the way, what's his name? I didn't get his name.
Matthew.
Matthew. I guess that's important. Okay, now I'm going to dial the phone number and call him. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Matthew?
is this Matthew?
Hey, Matthew. How are you, man? Sounds like I just woke you up. I'm sorry, but this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you, did I wake you up?
yeah. Hang on a second. Hang on. Yeah, just hang
Matthew?
on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, what's
We're
up?
on hold. Yeah, you all right? Everything good? Can I
Yeah,
talk
I was
to you
just
for a
getting a swig of Red Bull. I was sitting by my bed. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh, gross,
Perfect.
man.
Glad to see you're waking up.
Oh.
Okay.
What is this?
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. We do a segment on our show called The Second Date. And recently, you spent the night with a girl named Laura.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Uh huh. Yeah. What about it?
So Laura is kind of wondering why you're not calling her back after you guys hooked up, because she would like to see you again. She told us about how you guys met, and then she told us how she woke up in the morning, and I guess the alarm was going off on your phone, and you hit her hand away from your phone and went back to sleep. I don't know if you know that or not.
Wow, she told you that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Can I just ask you, because this is what I think. I think that you were faking sleeping so you didn't have to talk to her in the morning.
No, not totally.
What?
Not totally. So you were kind of faking sleeping so you didn't have to talk to her?
No, I wasn't really faking. I don't really fake stuff, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
not really
good.
my thing.
So you were asleep.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't asleep totally. No.
So can you explain to us at least what that means?
So I have this my alarm. I wake up and it's "A Beautiful Day" by U2. Do you know that song?
Yeah, she actually told us that. She said that she was sound asleep and then your alarm started going off and it was Beautiful Day by U2 and she kept trying to turn it off.
Yeah, that's like my Get Up and Bro song,
Get up and bro? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, man. It's like, it's a beautiful day, and it's just a great song. It just gets me going,
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's the song that you like to listen to every morning on your alarm.
It's like my thing. It's like my thing that I have.
So what's the problem? I don't understand
Yeah.
what the problem is.
The problem is she reached over and turned it off.
Why is that a problem?
Done? Are we done here?
Wait.
No, not yet.
Why is that a problem?
Because it's not just an alarm. I listen to that song in the morning. I listen to it all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I sit in bed and I listen to it, and it gets me going. It's my Get Up and Bro song.
Okay.
Oh, dude. Hey, I feel you, bro.
real, though.
But
Wait.
why can't you just like let her turn it off because you're trying to sleep and then maybe wake up with her and then turn it on yourself after she leaves?
Because that's not how my routine goes.
Yeah, but when you invite someone over to your house and they stay the night, they're going to screw up your routine in the morning. Unless part of your routine is just waking up with a different girl every morning. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it.
We don't have to talk about that. But look. I wouldn't get up and turn off her Spice Girls song.
Why would she be
Whatever.
listening to Spice Girls in the morning?
Whatever, man. Look, I was off all day, and it was her fault. I felt weird. It messed with my head all day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just straight up disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Not really.
Kind of.
Why wouldn't
I
you
mean-
tell her?
Because I was hungover.
Okay.
And it's also like, I didn't say anything because that's part of my routine, is I sit there and I listen to the song, and she interrupted it. And it messed up my whole day.
But she didn't know that was your boundary.
It's my phone. I don't mess with anybody's phone. Do you go and touch people's phones?
If it's blaring U2 in my ear for 10 minutes while I'm waking up, yes, I would touch your phone.
Then get out and leave if it's bothering you that much.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
all right. Okay. Well, hey, man, you definitely know what you like, and you don't like somebody turning off your favorite song in the morning.
Yeah, you got it out of me.
Yeah. Thank you for telling us now. I appreciate that. Now I have to tell you something, and this might screw up your routine a little bit because Laura is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hi, Matthew.
Are you serious? Oh my God. Man,
I just want to know, are you serious? Because I'm just totally confused right now.
what? Did you just hear all that?
You're saying that because you didn't get to listen to U2, I ruined your entire frickin' day.
Listen, Laura, it's a routine. I listen to Beautiful Day by U2 once or twice, all the way through, no talking. Then I get up, I brush my teeth, I have my protein shake, I do some crunches, and then I'm ready to go.
Okay, that's awfully specific.
Yeah, it's a routine. Don't you have a routine, Laura? Don't you do something in the morning? Don't you do yoga or something, or listen to Rihanna or Spice Girls or something?
Oh, my God. Well, the first thing I do is turn off the alarm.
It turns off by itself when the song is over. And you know what? It's not just an alarm. That's what you don't get. It's a wake-up.
My wake up went off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is stupid. You had a girl in your bed next to you, all right? You can adjust your routine a little for somebody else.
You're in someone else's house. You need to respect the traditions of that said house.
What if she doesn't know your traditions yet, Matthew?
You didn't tell me anything. How am I supposed to know that that's your routine, okay? I had zero heads up on this one.
It just seems like, Matthew, you're not a very flexible person.
Not on that. I'm not. Not on my Get Up and Bro song.
I mean, Laura, isn't that kind of a turnoff?
I'm sorry. I've never met somebody, let alone a guy, who's been this particular about a morning routine.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I tried to be flexible. I tried to listen to it again later, and it's like it's gone. It's ruined.
It's not the same, is it? Yeah, you can't listen to your Get Up and Bro song in the afternoon.
What's your name?
Jubal.
Jubal. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me, man. Like, that's a morning song when you're ready to get up and bro. If you listen to the afternoon, it just, the whole day just feels weird, right?
I'm gonna let this guy talk for me.
Yeah.
Matthew,
I feel you.
Did you or did you not have a connection with Laura before the whole YouTube blunder?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And you want to waste all of that. Like, why wouldn't you just be open to giving someone another shot now that they know what your issues are?
I mean, if I had known that, I would have let you listen to the whole goddamn YouTube album.
Nah, it's not a great album. I just like that song.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad we got that all figured out. Hey, Matthew, I do have to ask you this, though. Would you like to bro out with Laura on another date? We'll pay for it.
Matthew, I'm sorry if I ruined your day. I just think this entire thing was a misunderstanding.
Well, let me just say I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry you don't have respect for people's personal things.
Oh, man, you are just...
Oh, my God.
So that's a no, Matthew?
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
no.
we got it, Matthew. It's a no. That is strange to me.
That's brutal.
Yeah, wow.
How is it strange? Everybody's got their things. It's about respect, y'all.
Hey, Laura, I'm sorry you did not get a second date.
Well, maybe I'm okay with that
Yes.
after hearing all this.
I think you dodged a bullet. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of a weird situation.
I agree. I did dodge a bullet.
You.
Well, at least somebody dodged a bullet. Thanks a lot, guys. Today's second date brings up a very important question. What is the timeline on how soon you can joke about somebody's dead grandparent? I think we got to figure it out. I think we should do it by maybe the age that they were when they died. Like if they were 80, got to wait 80 days before you make a joke.
That's not actually a bad rule of thumb.
Yeah, or maybe just don't joke around people's dead ancestors.
But I also
Well,
feel
how
like
do you not, Jose? You have to at least throw a joke or two in there. Just got to make sure the timing is right. And Kurt, who's on the phone for a second date update right now, his timing was definitely not right. He went
No.
out with a girl named Angie. They went out to dinner. She was kind of a little down the whole time. And then she shared with him that she was feeling down because her grandmother had passed away recently. And then Kurt decided to make her feel better with a joke, saying, hey, my grandpa passed away recently. We should totally hook our grandparents up. Now that they're single. And she didn't find it very funny. And then the date ended very shortly after that. So we're about to give her a call. And Kurt, one thing we should do in this phone call is find out how old her grandma was, so we know when the appropriate time to make that joke is.
Oh.
Don't you think?
That sounds good.
No,
Okay.
you guys, stop bringing up the dead grandma. I mean, I think that this is your chance to apologize and maybe say what you should have said when she said that. You've had time to think about it. Do you know what your appropriate response would have been after she said her grandma kicked the bucket?
I would have just said, I'm really sorry to hear that. If there's anything I could do, let me know, and then maybe change the subject.
See,
That's so good. God, hindsight is 20/20, isn't it?
It's a much better option. All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Angie?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, what's up, Angie? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
Not bad. It sounds like you might be familiar with the show.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it before.
cool.
Thank you.
Nice. You ever heard a second date before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, wonderful. Then
This is
you
going to
might
go.
be excited to know that's why we're calling today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
That wasn't a very excited. Uh-oh.
Okay, what's going on?
Have you been out on a lot of dates recently?
Not a lot.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Have you been out on a date with a dude named Kurt?
Yes, I did go out with him.
Cool. Any guess on who might be calling for a second date?
You just said it.
Kind of told her.
Well, I guess it's him, but that's kind of weird.
Why is
It's
it
a-
weird?
It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested in going out with him.
Yeah, I mean, he got that because you haven't called him back. Remember, the point of the second date is find out why.
Yeah, but I guess he really didn't get it because he actually called you guys, which is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you're saying that
yeah.
it should be obvious why you're not
Yeah.
calling him back?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
guess it's not though.
Really?
Is it the joke about your grandmother?
Oh, he actually told you that? Yeah, that was really I didn't appreciate that at all, but that's not the whole reason.
Yeah, he did tell us about that. He told us that he feels bad actually about making a poorly timed joke when you shared that your grandmother had just passed away. So he does feel bad about that, but it's more to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that like the worst part was that he was going on and on about the fact that he's a male model. It was like very uncomfortable for me, and he kept like making all these faces like this is my relaxed face and this is my seductive face and
Oh
this
my
is my
God.
evening romantic face. Who does that?
Are you serious? He mentioned that it was weird you weren't calling him back because girls always call him back because he's a model.
Yeah.
Oh, please. So doesn't that give you an idea of like how gross he is?
Oh.
Wait, when did he start doing faces at the table?
Like really early on in the date, like he seemed like he was trying to impress me. You know, if there was a mirror behind me in the booth, I bet you he would have just been looking at his reflection the whole time. Yeah, this dude is like, here's me, here's the world, and here's all my faces. And I was like, oh, come on.
Wow.
I wasn't in a really good mood, you know. I mean, I just wanted to go out and have some fun. I'm sad about my grandma, and this guy is just, ew, he just made it worse.
I'm surprised he didn't take that opportunity to show you his sad look.
You know, he may have. He showed me a lot of looks, the whole gamut.
What did you
That's
say to
weird.
him?
I mean, I didn't know what to say because, I mean, he just thought that he was so entertaining. And, I mean, I sort of tried to get the point across that I wasn't really into seeing all these faces, and I just kind of wanted some nice company and, you know, but I guess he didn't get it.
Okay, so long before the dead grandma joke, you were over this guy.
Yes. I mean, that sure didn't help matters, but it's not the kind of guy that I want to hang out with, no.
Yeah.
Well, Angie, thank you for being honest with us. Also, I want to let you know that I haven't been fully honest with you.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean that Kurt is actually on the other line listening to this and wants to talk to you.
Oh.
Hey, Angie.
Oh my God, you're on the phone. Great.
Yes, I'm on the phone. And first of all, I know you're trying to bash male modeling, but it's, you know, really insensitive. And, you know, I was just trying to show you, you know, kind of like my talents and hoping that you would show me your talents, but you don't really have any. So.
Oh, damn.
Whoa! Somebody got their feelings hurt, Kurt.
I mean, maybe I don't care that much about your talents right now. I have other things going on in my life. I just wanted someone normal to hang out with, but that's not you.
Oh, wow.
I cannot believe you didn't come in with an apology, Kurt. Like, oh my God, I was nervous.
told
I'm
you.
sorry.
See how he
Well,
is?
I mean, why am I going to apologize if, like, everybody in the station, including yourself, is, like, making fun of what I do? Like, doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to apologize for anything.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I know that you think your modeling is really great, so why do you care what anyone thinks of it? And like I said, I have other things going on right now, so I'm not so interested in your bragging about your talents. I was just trying to have a good time.
Kurt, I don't think you get it. Like, nobody's making fun of your career. They're making fun of you being so self-absorbed.
Well, I mean, whatever, like, however you want to spin it, you know, that's, like, on you. But I was just trying to be outgoing, trying to show, like, a little bit more of my personality on the date, but it's being spun around. Like, I'm just sitting here with, like, some self-indulged guy on a date, and that's not who I am. That's not what I do. And
That's what it sounds like. I mean, how many faces did you show her?
for your information, I actually have 15 to 20 different faces that have all made me over $1,000.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's good. I wish I could get paid for my face, Kurt. I do think that's a talent, but
Yeah,
maybe
but-
just not on a date. Maybe save that for when you're actually working and not across the table from someone at dinner.
Yeah, it's like Jubal going out on a date and doing all his phone tap voices. Like, no one wants that.
They don't?
They don't. They don't. I'm sorry.
For the future.
I think a lot of people give male models a bad rap, and just so you guys know, I mean, I know most of you are in the radio or in, you know, whatever Angie does. male modeling is very hard, and we grind every day to make our careers possible. Okay, and you have to work on your diet. You have to work on your wardrobe. You have to keep up with what's going on, and obviously you need to practice your faces. I mean, as funny as this sounds, it's a very important part of what I do.
Makes sense.
Kurt, one very, very important thing that you just said, though, that I think probably makes it seem like you're a little self-involved is you said, I don't even know what Angie does. And you went on a date with her and you didn't take the time to figure out what her career is?
Yeah, Kurt, you never even asked me what I do.
Well, you're too sad looking to really even talk to you. Like, I was scared to ask.
So it's her fault that you didn't take any interest in her?
Yeah, she was just way too sad and way too down. I just didn't know what to say to her. I just didn't feel like I could ask her anything.
Oh my God.
So you thought you could cheer up with some of your faces. I get it, dude. Well, Angie, would you like to go out with Kurt on a second date? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
What if
I thought you were going to pause after absolutely. Damn.
And if you guys are wondering, I'm making this type of face. Disgusted. No way. Never again.
Dude, you nailed it.
I can't see
Thanks
it.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yo, stop making fun of my faces. They're real, and they very much get me paid. Okay?
All right.
So,
Oh my God, he's
Yeah,
miserable.
keep grinding, Kurt. Angie, thank you for talking to us. And,
You're welcome.
hopefully you can find a lady out there, Kurt, that will appreciate you for all your different looks.
that's great. Thank you so much. I appreciate your feedback.
No problem. I feel like I start a lot of second dates off this way, but when you're going to joke with a date, it's all about timing
Oh,
and
yeah.
appropriateness. For example, if you're out on a date and the girl's like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today, probably a bad time to go, well, I'm a gynecologist. I could help you out later after we eat.
Oh my God, that's so gross, and it's been said before.
Oh, no.
That's the
Could be a good
sad
joke. I
part.
have no idea. But Kurt thinks that a bad joke might have ruined his chances at a second date with a girl named Angie. What's up, Kurt? How are you?
Hey, very good, guys. How are you?
God, was your joke
Right.
as bad as the one Jubal just said?
Timing-wise, probably a little bit worse.
Oh my God!
man.
What did you
right.
say?
We'll get to that in just a second. First, tell us about Angie. Where'd you meet her?
So we actually met on Bumble.
Okay.
Nice.
Does that mean she chose you?
She did.
Yeah.
I feel like guys would go in with a lot more confidence knowing that they've been picked first, right?
Absolutely. That's way different than Tinder.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and that's probably contributed to the poor choice of joking. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got too comfortable too quick.
Too comfortable, too quick.
Before you tell us about the joke, tell us about the start of the evening with her. How was everything?
It was just kind of weird right off the bat, you know, because online we were texting each other back and forth, just a lot of joking mostly. Then on like the day of the date, when I picked her up, she just kind of just didn't seem like she was in a good mood at first.
Okay, so
Oh.
you started off thinking like, ooh, maybe something else happened. She's not feeling this.
Yeah, like, you know, obviously we had never been out or anything. I didn't really know her that well, so this may have just been how she acted all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, I asked her a few times, like, if she was okay, and she just never seemed like she wanted to talk about it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So what'd you guys do?
We went to dinner.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Did she open up more at dinner or still kind of the same?
She was still pretty much the same. Towards the end of dinner, though, was when she kind of, like, let me know what was going on.
What was
Okay.
what was going on?
So it was really sad. Like, her grandmother actually passed away, you know, within a week of us going out, yeah.
Oh, that
So she's
sucks.
probably not getting a big settlement, so she was upset.
What? No, Jubal. Oh my God. She obviously really liked you if she thought like, man, I still want to go on this
Yeah.
date. You know,
Maybe this will cheer me up.
Exactly. Maybe this is the silver lining that I need this week.
Did she mention anything about the settlement?
No, Jubal.
Yeah, there was no talk of, like, any settlement or, like, a will or anything, thank God.
Yeah. I would hope not.
But that's a real bummer. How did you respond when she told you that?
Well, I mean, this is kind of where I think I messed up. So my grandfather had actually passed away a couple months before. And, you know, I was kind of telling her, like, I totally understand. You know, I was like, my grandfather actually passed away recently. You know, and obviously it's, you know, really tough. I was like, you know, but maybe we could get my grandmother, who is still alive, to hang out with your grandfather,
Oh.
who's still alive.
Too
So
Yeah.
you took the opportunity to try to hook up your grandparents. And how did she take that?
Well, she didn't really say anything at first, and then, she kind of started to like look around. So I quickly let her know, like, hey, I'm just joking. I'm just, trying to make you feel a little bit better. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of the funness of the date.
Especially because like jokes are supposed to be funny, and that's not even really funny.
Yeah, I know. It was really bad timing on my part. And I wasn't thinking. I was just trying to make the situation a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I could see, if you apologize, that she should understand.
I don't know, Kurt. I thought it was hilarious. So.
Yeah.
So how did everything end then after that?
Well, pretty much it ended very shortly after that joke.
Whoa.
She was like, she just said she was kind of ready to go back to her house. And I took her back. I didn't try making any moves or
That's good.
I didn't try, obviously, kissing her or anything. I wanted to stay respectful, because I really did like her outside of that crappy joke that I made. She was really nice.
Have you talked to her at all since?
No, I haven't. She hasn't called me back.
Okay. I just feel like, people say awkward things in awkward moments on a date. I feel like what you said, though not funny, forgivable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I was trying to be lighthearted about it, but it obviously was maybe a little too soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Yeah, she hasn't called me back. And it's kind of like surprising too, because usually girls call me back. Like I'm kind of like a part-time model. So, even if girls don't like me, they generally will, reach back out to hook up or
You're
something.
Because you're attractive.
You're hot, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We know.
At the very least, we can get her on the phone and see if you can apologize for your joke and try to get a second date.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she's down to go back out with me. Like I said, I really liked her and I felt like we connected. I just, I made a joke.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and get your second date, all right?
All right, guys.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'll admit I've been drunk on a few dates in my time.
A few.
And it's always fun when you get really hammered and you try to pick a fight with the waiter because you think he looked at you funny and they're kicking you out. You're like, I'm not that drunk. You can't kick me out of this place.
That sounds fun.
Kind of what happened to Bethany, who's on the phone with us right now. She got hammered on her first date.
Bethany.
Isn't that right, Bethany?
No, I did not get drunk. That's the whole point.
Yeah, right. I was reading your email. It sounds like you got wasted.
Stop. I did not get drunk.
Yeah, right. But you sound drunk right now, Bethany. I'm not going to lie.
No, I'm just a happy person.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you a little bit about your date. First of all, who's the guy that you want us to call today?
His name is Robert.
Robert. Okay. And what did Robert think about you getting absolutely faced?
I did not get drunk, okay?
All right.
We went wine tasting, and yes, I did swallow a couple of sips of wine.
Thank you for finishing that sentence.
Right. Well, your email said that you think he might have thought you were drunk, and that's why he's not calling you back.
Yeah, because I got this, rampant case of the hiccups, and I could not get rid of them. I was trying to hold my breath, and I kept hiccuping, and I started laughing.
That sucks whenever you, even if you're drinking or not, just when you can't get rid of the hiccups. And that would be embarrassing on a first date.
Yeah. And we were in this, quiet room with a bunch of people, learning about these wines. And
oh, yeah. I didn't even think about the fact that you were wine tasting. So you got a bunch of snooty, I can taste, this one tastes very nutty. Meanwhile, you're in the corner hiccuping, throwing down glasses of wine, looking like the drunk in the room.
Yeah. And like I said, I was giggling because, once you have that giggle bug and you cannot shake it, and then you're hiccuping on top of it, I was just a crazy person.
Was he laughing with you, though? Because, it sounds like a funny situation.
At first, he was like, oh, my God, I can't believe, you have the hiccups. And, it was kind of a silly thing, but they would not go away. And I think that by the end of it, he thought that I was, really drunk. If you had seen, these sips of wine, there's no way, even if I had drank all of them, that I would have been that wasted.
Up until the point when your hiccups started, how was everything going?
Great. He was just such a gentleman and very sweet. He's exactly my type.
All right. What else happened on the date?
The crazy thing is, the whole time I had these hiccups, and then we were asked to leave.
What?
No way.
Yeah, the instructor was like, I'm sorry, because, you can't, be obnoxious and drunk, but I wasn't.
Are you lying to us about the drunk part? Are you sure you weren't wasted?
No, I wasn't No, not at all.
So they kicked you out of the wine tasting thinking that you were hammered.
When he actually said, I'm going to have to ask you to leave, it was the most humiliating thing. I mean, there have been times in my life where, like, I have been tipsy and I have been a little wild. I have never gotten asked to leave.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
That's the worst part. When you get kicked out of
bad.
somewhere and you're not drunk. I've been kicked out of a place because they're like, hey, you were grabbing girls on the butt. And I was like, no, I actually wasn't. For once in my life, I wasn't doing that.
I was last
like,
time.
if you want to send me back in there, I will grab somebody on the butt so you can kick me out. It's worse when you haven't actually done something wrong and they kick you out.
Yeah, and I was trying to reason with the guy almost like, don't you see how this is like the most ridiculous situation? But he was just like very serious. Like, I take cheese and wine very seriously.
So they kicked you out of the wine tasting thinking that you were hammered. And what did he do after that?
It was kind of awkward because once we left, like, I didn't have hiccups anymore. So it was like, well, we could have gone back in, but then we couldn't because they kicked us out. So
Right.
he was just like thoroughly annoyed. And I could tell, but I was just kind of like trying to blow it off like, oh man, like, what are the chances?
And how did everything end with him after your date was done? Did he say that he wanted to go out again?
No, I kind of gave it this like, oh man, how about we like give it another shot, you know, like just trying to blow it off, but he couldn't get out of there faster.
Oh.
So when we get him on the phone for your second date update, do you think that he's going to be open to going on another date with you?
I think if I can actually get through to him the honest truth that I was not drunk.
Okay.
I mean, I'm serious when I say, like, I get the hiccups. Like, if I eat spicy food, I'll get the hiccups. But it's not like, usually they'll go away.
So you need our help in pointing out to him that she actually wasn't drunk.
Right, yes, please.
Have you tried to explain to him since your date?
I sent him a couple texts, but I didn't want to look like a crazy person.
And did he respond to anything?
No, he didn't.
You haven't heard a word from him.
No, I haven't since that night, since our parting hug.
All right. So he's obviously
Hug.
didn't like something about your date.
No, he didn't.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, get him on the phone, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, great.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
The goal of today's second date update is to call a guy and convince him that his date wasn't absolutely hammered during their first date. Bethany, you about ready to give him a call?
Yes, I am.
All right, here's my advice to you. Before we make the phone call, get hammered right now.
Yeah.
Get as drunk as you possibly can. That way, when we get him on the phone, I can be like, see, this is how she sounds drunk. She wasn't drunk on your first date.
Well, don't you think that would decrease my credibility significantly?
It could, but it'd be fun for me.
That's all that matters.
If you're just tuning in, Bethany wants us to call this guy named Robert. They met online. They went to a wine and cheese tasting. She got a fit of hiccups,
Yeah.
like halfway into the thing. And they ended up getting kicked out because the guy who was running it thought she might be drunk. And now she thinks that Robert isn't calling her back because she got hammered on their first date. So our goal is to call, get him on the phone, and convince him that you aren't a drunk mess. Are you ready to go, Bethany?
I am ready.
All right.
It's kind of ironic how a drunk mess is calling to convince somebody else. That
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You
Takes
called the right
one to
place.
know one.
If there's anybody that have had to do a lot of damage control after being drunk, it is me. So you called the right place, Bethany. All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get him on the phone and hopefully get you a second date.
Great.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Robert, please?
Yeah, this is Robert.
Hey, Robert, how you doing? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, from where?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show. You are obviously a big-time listener, I can tell.
He's a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not at all, are you, Robert? Robert, we do a radio show in the morning from 6 to 10 every morning, Moving 92.5, and we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners.
All right.
Her name is Bethany. She told us about your date and also told us that you haven't been returning any of her phone calls after your date. So we said, hey, why not let us call Robert, see if we can get him on the phone and find out if you did something wrong.
Okay. That's weird.
I know it's kind of weird. Bethany did tell us that she thinks you might have thought that she was hammered. She told us about the hiccups, said that she got like a fit of laughter because of the hiccups, and then told us that you guys got kicked out of the wine tasting class because they thought she was drunk. Is that why you're not calling her back?
I mean, she was definitely tipsy. There's no question about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, none of that was good, but, you know, in between the jugs of wine she was drinking, she leaned over to me and said, "The instructor reminds me of my ex-boyfriend."
Oh.
No.
All right.
That's
Talking
never
about
cool,
your ex
dude.
during a first date. Talking about your ex during any date kind of sucks.
Yeah.
That's understandable,
It kind
Robert.
of sucked, but the weird part was the instructor was like 65 years old.
Really?
That is kind of a funny thing.
I know. Yeah, you're like, what? You dating a 65-year-old? How does that guy remind her of her ex?
I didn't know if I should even ask, you know, or even get into it, but this guy was wearing bifocals. He had a receding hairline.
You're like, so.
I said, "What makes this guy remind you of your ex-boyfriend?" And, I mean, this guy had a receding hairline, a pot belly. He wore bifocals.
Yeah.
And
You think she had like beer goggles on? And she's like, that guy is hot.
That Ben Franklin one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even know if I should even get into it any further, but she said my ex-boyfriend was 65.
She dated a 65-year-old?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
She left that out of her story, Robert.
Yeah.
How old is Bethany? Because Bethany sounds like she's a lot younger than 65.
I think she's 28 or something.
Jeez.
But the same vein, I mean, you got to, like, how are you judging somebody based on their ex? I get, like, bringing him up, but how does that affect you?
Well, it made me wonder, why is she on a date with me when she's had relationships with guys twice my age?
Yeah. Robert, why don't we ask her that? Because she's actually on the line listening.
Oh my gosh, you really, like, that was why you didn't call me back, was because you thought my ex-boyfriend was too old for me? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that
ridiculous.
was the turning point for me.
But it has nothing to do with you. I mean, I was there with you. Obviously, like, I'm not dating that person anymore, and we were having a good time before we got kicked out of the thing.
You're 28. I just didn't understand why you would even date someone twice your age. Just really weirded me out.
Well, it just happened. It wasn't like I set out to start dating older men. He was like a friend of the family, kind of.
That's worse.
So, like, Harrison Ford is, like, handsome, no matter how old he is. I didn't ask you about any of your exes because it didn't matter to me.
Yeah, and Robert, don't you have some crazy, stupid people that you've dated in your past that I'm sure if she found out about, she could judge you for?
I suppose, but they certainly were in my age range. So.
Yeah, none of them were about to collect Social Security.
I mean, also, Bethany, you got to think you offered up that information. He wasn't necessarily asking.
Well, I guess I did. But it was just like a funny thing. Like, I was already laughing. I was already like...
Totally.
It was kind of like the instructor was like getting mad at us and like looking like over his glasses at me. And I was like, kind of like that, ooh, he reminds me of my ex.
Oh, my God.
See, that's gross. I don't want to be thinking about 65-year-old dudes with walking canes and bifocals.
It wasn't like that. Like I said, he was just older, and I liked him, and I liked you. And so what's the problem?
Older is, maybe 40. I mean, I can understand that. But this guy was getting near retirement age. I mean, this guy is probably playing bingo on Wednesday nights or something. I don't know.
Oh, my God. I can't even. You have no idea. Age is just a number. It's just I like you. So it doesn't even matter.
Look, okay, I'm sorry. I can't help how I feel. I can't go out with a girl and, every time I look at her, I'm thinking of some old guy, some crotchety old guy. So,
well, that's your thing. If you're into old men, that's fine, but I choose the person. I choose the person, and besides, only old people go to wine and cheese things anyway, FYI. Time to have a good time, and you're being rude and judging, so you did me a favor.
All right, fine by me. Good luck with your early bird specials.
I'm guessing that you guys don't want to go out on a second date based on that little conversation right there, but I still have to ask. Robert, would you like to go out with Bethany on a second date? I will pay for it.
No.
Okay. Bethany, would you still like to go out with Robert?
No, I'm going to find someone less judgy and a little more in my maturity range.
Yeah. Start right now. Here, the Elks Lodge has a bunch of dudes
Oh, yeah.
that you could hang out with.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I cannot tell you guys how excited I am to finally get this second date update done.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
You're rarely excited, especially about relationships.
Probably one of the worst or best ideas I've ever had.
Oh.
I'm so confused.
Okay, do we know this person?
Yes. You know both of these people.
Oh, no way.
I was able to set up a date between two of the best second daters of all time.
Yes!
It took
Oh my God.
so much work. It was not easy.
Oh my God.
You guys remember Crazy Sarah?
Oh, yeah.
The anger management chick?
Yeah.
Yes! Oh!
We finally made good with her, and we sent her out on a date with none other than Guru.
Yes!
And Guru's on the phone right now. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much.
Oh, it's good to hear your voice, man.
I miss you guys.
Guru, you're so popular. We have people texting the show all the time saying they've seen you at places. Somebody said they ran into you at the aquarium the other day. Were you out there?
I'm there at the aquarium a lot.
Really?
I believe that, Guru.
Yeah, I do. I do caricatures,
Yeah.
but I change it up a little bit. You know, a lot of people, anybody can do caricatures, but what I do is when people come up to the aquarium, I have them point out a fish they like, and then I do a caricature of them that looks like that fish. I make them look like the fish.
Like their
That's
head on the
genius.
body of the fish.
Hell no, it's like their head has a fish head.
Yeah. It's smart.
Are you
That is
getting
smart.
you getting a lot of business down there at the aquarium, Guru?
Yeah, it gets a lot of attention.
Okay.
Man.
I bet it does. How'd you like Sarah, though, when we sent you out, Guru?
Guru's pretty excited. I mean, Sarah could be the firework to Guru's 4th of July.
Oh.
I got good feelings about this.
Guru, like I told you when I wanted to set you up with her, I think that you're the kind of calming influence that Sarah needs in her life because she gets angry, and you said you think you could handle that.
Oh, look, Guru can handle anything.
How many curveballs has life thrown you, Guru?
Curveballs, I lost count a long time ago. The parking lot of my life is littered with home runs all over the place from what people think are curveballs, but they're not for me.
Tell us about the date with Sarah, man.
Well, I tell you what we did. What I took her to was the tropical butterfly house, you know, at the Seattle Center.
Yeah, totally. That's
You know,
awesome.
it is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, you learn everything you ever wanted to know about butterflies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell you what, you know, I looked all over. The one thing it doesn't tell you is what's the word butterfly.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, that's a good point, Guru. Okay, so Guru, on the date when you're in the butterfly house,
Yeah,
was there a chemistry between you and anger management, Sarah?
absolutely. There was chemistry the whole time. We liked the same butterflies. We had a similar experience the whole time.
Really?
Did you?
We were really interested in all of it. Yeah.
You know we love you, but sometimes you tend to think a girl is into you when she's not really feeling you. You sure that you guys had a connection?
No, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So Guru had the idea. We took a bus down to Soto to the Costco.
Ah, the first.
You took a bus to Costco on the first date, huh, Guru?
Wow. How did you propose that to Sarah?
Well, I just said, hey, are you hungry? You know who's got great food? And I said Costco. And Sarah said she had stuff to pick up anyway, so Guru thought another perfect Guru moment. Set this one away. Another winner.
Yeah.
I like it, Guru. They actually really do have delicious food.
They
at
do.
Costco.
Did you just walk around and get samples with her? What'd you do?
Got a lot of samples. And, you know, I always want to stop by and get some of the chicken bakes and some of the very berry sundaes, which are, you know, my favorites there. I don't know what your favorites are.
Yeah.
And I don't have to tell you. Great value also.
Yeah, you don't want to blow all your money on a first date, and those chicken bakes are delicious. I think that's a great place to take a date, Guru.
I feel like Costco could be an easy escape for her at the end. Did she try to leave or anything, or did your guys' date continue?
No, it continued. So then we were walking over by the tire section, which is a little dimmer than the rest of Costco. So Guru was feeling good about things, and Guru usually knows when the temperature is right. So Guru gave Sarah a little kiss.
Uh-oh.
Really?
But I should say Guru tried to give Sarah a little kiss, but she got a little feisty, a little fiery. and kind of, push Guru back a little bit.
So she didn't want
But
you.
Guru might not be a butterfly, but Guru is a moth. And Guru saw that fiery response, and Guru just went straight back into it.
Oh, no.
So you,
Straight back.
Guru, you tried to kiss her. She pushed you away, and by saying that you saw that flame and tried to get back to it like a moth, did you try to kiss her again when she said no?
Yeah, it just made Guru want her more.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, persistence is key, Guru.
Yeah, but also no means no is still kind of a thing.
And Sarah is scary. She has some serious anger problems.
Winners aren't quitters. Winners are not quitters.
Winners aren't quitters.
Did she lose it on you, Guru?
By whose standard? Not by Guru's standard.
Yeah. What did she say to you when you tried to kiss her a second time?
She called me some names, and then, she thought that we should probably, probably time to leave. Sarah wanted to leave Costco, which I understand, not the most romantic place in the world if we're going to take this, boom up to the next level.
Yeah, for sure.
So, did you leave together?
Well, she suggested, maybe that we would take separate cabs, but I've got a buddy who drives the, the pedicabs, the bike carriages down by Safeco.
The bikes?
So I thought maybe we'd do that instead. I thought that maybe is more romantic.
A bike carriage? That's not a
national district.
Wait, Guru, slow down. Somehow you got her in a pedicab. Was there a rope involved?
No, just a rope of love. My friend took us through the international district,
It's
and
not even a good part of
we
town.
were having a nice time.
Okay.
And then things took a mysterious turn.
No.
And what does that mean?
God.
She jumped out of
Oh, my
the
God.
cowboy was still moving.
That's dangerous. But I bet you like that though. She's a risk taker, Guru.
Oh, you guys.
She lives right on the edge.
Yeah.
She'll risk anything, and I'll risk anything for her. I'll risk anything for love.
Guru, did you say...
Nothing Guru wouldn't do.
Guru, clearly she got into the cab willingly, but did you say something to her that made her jump out?
It's all such a blur because I just saw her heels flying out of the pedicab, and then she was on the ground. Well, her dress fluttered, and then her heels went flying, and, she looked like a butterfly. And I was saying something about us both being butterflies together, and then she was gone.
So she jumped out of the pedicab and out of your life.
Well, not out of my life. At that moment, I said, I was frightened by it. It seemed so dramatic, but I was into it. Whatever she was trying to do, I was supporting it. But then she said, keep going and get medical help.
So she injured.
That seemed like the wise thing to do.
She injured herself, Guru.
Well, I didn't stick around to find out. I mean, if a woman says get medical help, Guru does go get it.
Okay.
So I don't know if she was injured, but when we came back 30 minutes later with an ambulance, she was gone.
Oh, wait.
That's a long time between... Did you walk to the hospital?
No, my friend had a flat. He got a flat, so then I finally hailed police. It just took a long time.
I'm glad I hooked you guys up, Guru. It sounds like,
God.
hey, it sounds like it was another eventful day in your life.
We cannot call this poor girl.
Either that or we're batten down the hatches because
Yeah.
we're about to unleash a storm.
Oh, no.
Best
Guru.
date story
Guru
ever.
behaved badly. Should I have done something different?
No.
You guys, you think?
Yeah, no, dude, I think you did everything right.
No.
You know how it works. We're going to call her after this. You want to try to take her out again. You had a good time.
Oh, Guru had a great time.
Okay.
And Guru knows. Guru knows when it's right. This is right.
All right.
But
Well,
I'm getting nervous.
I'm going to put you on hold. You know the drill. About 3.5 minutes. We'll come back, call her, and get your second date update.
Oh, I'm starting to sweat a little bit, but it's happy sweat.
Yeah.
All right.
Happy
Hey,
sweat.
as long as it's the happy sweats, it's good, man. Hang on, okay, Guru?
Yeah, okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'm still having trouble figuring out exactly what happened on the bike. We hooked Guru up on a date with another infamous second dater, Crazy Sarah. If you don't remember Crazy Sarah, this is a clip from the last time she was on. I like how the song Bruno Mars starts to come in at the end there. But no, she's very angry. We got a hold of both of them, ended up setting them up on a date. They went out. Guru took her to the butterfly exhibit at Seattle Center, then to Costco.
On a bus. They took a bus to Costco.
Costco.
Hey, it's eco-friendly.
to
Leave
get
him alone.
chicken bakes, and then went on a pedicab, and apparently she jumped out of it or fell out of it,
Well,
said,
'cause-
go get help, and she was gone when he got back.
We're leaving out the part where he tried to kiss her. She said no, called him some names, and he
yes.
went for it again.
That's right. Thank you for bringing that up.
What
I
a
forgot.
half an hour time eclipse between him going to get help and actually helping her.
This is a little different from most second date updates because, we set them up. She knows that we're about to call her because we said, hey, we need to get an update from you. Producer Boyd has talked to her. I've talked to her. We've calmed her down because she wasn't exactly super happy with everything. And we know she's a little fiery.
Is there any one thing, Guru, that you think turns Sarah off from you?
Well, I think Sarah has some fears and some doubts about things that Guru doesn't have.
And that's why we wanted to set you guys up on a date. I figured you'd be the perfect balance for each other. She's a little fiery. You're a little laid back. You can help calm her down and show her a different side of life.
Guru can be the stream to her tsunami. We can work this out.
Yeah. There you go.
I have no doubt. We can work this out.
Are you ready to call your tsunami then?
Oh, God.
You just make Guru ready.
All right.
You just put me on the bull. Pick me up and put me on the bull, and let's ride. I'm ready.
Hey, I'll put you on my back whenever you need, Guru.
Oh, no.
You ready for this?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Guru loves you, Jubal.
Hey, I love you.
Well, okay.
All right.
Weird now.
Now it's
Here we
getting
go.
Brokeback Mountain bull riding style.
All right.
Remember your slogan, Guru. Winners aren't quitters.
Winners are never quitters.
That's right.
Don't quit, Guru.
Come on.
Hello?
Hey, Sarah, it's Jubal.
Hey,
How's it going?
it's okay.
You doing all right since your date with Guru?
It's over, so I'm doing great.
Oh, you poor thing.
We just talked to Guru, and of course, he told us about the date that he took you on. Apparently, he took you to the butterfly exhibit,
Yeah?
to Costco.
Oh, you admitted that. Okay.
Yeah. He said,
He said you were into it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Sarah, can I ask what your initial impression of him was?
I thought he was weird.
Yeah.
But, I mean, but it wasn't weird, in a way that I couldn't spend some time looking at butterflies.
Guru's quirky and eccentric. That's what I would say. I wouldn't call him weird. He's an interesting character. He'd be a fun guy to hang out with, I would
So
think.
you wouldn't call him weird, but I would.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, plus the other stuff's really weird. So maybe taking a woman to a butterfly house is not weird. The other stuff's weird.
How did he get you on the bus to Costco?
Oh, God, how did he get me on the bus to Costco? He said he had this great, new hot spot that he thought was really unusual. We're helping save resources by taking a bus. And I thought, cool place to eat that I've never experienced before. Mm-hmm. And I was right on top of it. I've never experienced eating at Costco before.
Aren't the chicken bakes delicious, though?
Not when a guy you met an hour before asks you to eat it Lady in the Tramp style.
Oh, my God.
He asked you to eat a chicken bake Lady in the Tramp style?
Yes. I think I should have run then. I thought he was just making a joke. I realize now that was no joke. It was just getting weirder and weirder. And he has these long monologues about paper being the future, and I don't understand what he's talking about. So I'm not getting angry, but I'm confused,
Yeah.
and I'm strangely interested because I've never been around someone who talks the way he does.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm repulsed.
Right. So you get in the pedicab.
Yeah.
Did you jump out of the pedicab at a certain point?
Listen, you guys, you don't know. This whole thing, it just kept escalating and getting weirder. And he stands up in the pedicab and he starts screaming, "I'm the king of the world," with his arms outstretched. And something just switched in me, and I just jumped out because the only thing I could think was, I would rather be hurt and break my leg than spend one more second with this person.
Oh, my.
Wow.
It was just, I just couldn't do it
Sarah, you
anymore.
okay? Sarah, are you okay? Are you okay?
Sarah, that's
You know
Guru.
who this is? You recognize this voice?
What? Oh, my
okay?
God, no! No, you guys,
Listen.
oh, no.
Listen, Sarah.
Oh, shoot.
Sarah, can you just hear him out for a second, though? Because he really liked you, and I think he probably feels bad about the whole pedicab thing.
Guru want to make sure you're okay and healthy. I think that you have all this fire, which is the most beautiful thing about you. I feel like I've looked directly into the sun now, and I've come back from that.
I just, look, I am not attracted to you. That's just...
You're starting my thoughts. You start Guru sentences. That's chemistry. You can't buy that. but we have it together.
I can't believe you would have the audacity to think I'd go out again with you after the places you took me, the way you behaved. I mean, it shows me what you think I'm worth if you take me to Costco to eat. Did you ever think of that? It makes me feel really that you would think it's honorable to take a woman to Costco.
There's a reason that you and I have been on multiple second date updates. There's a reason we're not with someone, and it's because we're special people. And we're going to get off the grid, maybe. And so I thought you would appreciate those things that are unique, and that are unique. Maybe you don't. And I can't change that. Guru can't change your nature more than Guru can change nature.
It's a very poignant statement, Guru.
You keep talking in the third person. Why do you do that? It's horrible. It's obnoxious and it's crazy. Why?
Sarah, you can call names and you can lash out, but Guru will still be here with open arms. There's no netting on this butterfly. There's no netting. There's no netting. Why? Sarah, why do you insist on having this netting around you? You're a beautiful butterfly. You should be free.
But I have to go. You have to release me from this, please.
Release me.
Give this girl a break. Yeah.
Give her a break.
Sarah, don't you think you should have the decency at least to go out with him again? Like, listen to how much he liked you.
Decency? Really? You're putting it on me that I'm not decent if I don't go out with a man I don't want to go out with. I mean, really? You think it's okay to pressure women like that? It's not the dark age.
I'm sure if he wants all of us to be decent.
No, I don't know that that's true, Guru.
I want everybody to be decent.
I think that's opposite, Guru.
Guru wants everyone to look at the mountains more and the ground less and to walk around and take in what's around them.
No,
Sure I do.
Guru wants everybody to do what he wants. That's what Guru wants. Guru wants the woman to shut up and go along with whatever he wants, even if it's the second date she's not interested. So stop acting so lovable, because underneath it you're just a controlling piece of like a lot of other guys. And you just pretend you're different, but you take women to Costco, you ask them to sit spider style on a bus. That's revolting. That's really disgusting. So you, Guru, if that's even your real stupid hippie name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but do you feel at all guilty for setting Guru up and Sarah together? This is like, it's like oil and vinegar, dude.
Did you hear that passion at the end? I mean, eventually the wheels come off a little bit, but the passion is admirable.
Yeah.
He's undeterrable.
It's passion.
Passion.
And Guru can recognize someone who's passionate.
The wheels come off and the freaking engine falls out.
Guru, did you learn anything from today's second date update?
It's good. It's perfect, right? Because what do they say? If you get burned, try again, or don't be scared of burns. Something, but, there's all fire.
I think what they say is burns build character.
No.
So keep burning yourself until you get it right.
I think they say don't play with matches, Guru, is what they say.
Yeah, I guess they did, and I guess I lit one around a flame, and it kind of blew back in my face. But Guru keeps going out there. I'll be the water to anyone's fire any day of the week. And I've got, Guru has a little spark in him, and I think the ladies would tell you that right away. And I'll tell you that, and a lot of people, and my mom would tell you that. There's a lot of spark in Guru.
I think the one thing that you need to learn is not to take women to Costco and get chicken bakes on a first date. I don't think there's a lot of women that are going to like that at all.
That's like third date material.
Guru, you know what I say to that?
What's that?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye, Guru.
Lindsay is on the phone with us, and today she wants to call a guy named John. They were set up through mutual friends. They went out on a date, had a good time. She thinks the reason that she's not getting a call back is because she spent a good amount of the date talking about her nieces and nephews, like to the point where it may have seemed like she wants to have kids right away, and she thinks she could have scared him off. It's been 3 days since they had their date. He hasn't talked to her at all. And Lindsay, I think you might be jumping the gun. Here's what I think happened.
Okay, what do you think happened?
I think that after your date, he wanted to impress you so bad, he booked a flight to Ethiopia and has been adopting a kid ever since. And you just got to wait, a couple weeks for him to clear customs, come back with the kid to impress you, and you have an instant family. Yeah? No?
That would be very impressive if someone did that.
Yeah. Well, he sounds like an impressive guy because you liked him a lot.
And have you heard from your friends? Like, if they've heard anything from him?
No, nobody seems to know anything. I mean, that's kind of why I called you guys.
Okay.
I'll dial the phone number and get him on the phone and find out if something did go wrong in your date, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to John, please?
This is John.
Hey, John, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Why are you calling?
I'm calling because we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners, and they asked if we could get you on the phone.
What?
Yeah, you recently went out on a date with a girl named Lindsay, and Lindsay emailed us and said that she really liked you, but since the date, you haven't answered any of her texts or anything, so she thought maybe we could get you on the phone and find out why you're not calling her back.
Wow. I'm sorry. This is weird.
Yeah, it's a segment we do on our show regularly called The Second Date. Basically, the question is, did Lindsay do something wrong on her date with you?
I mean, I shouldn't, really don't want to say it.
I don't want to say it? That's not a good response.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Keep in mind, she's the one that asked us to do this, so, she wants to hear it and at least know what you did wrong when you guys went out.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe you.
Believe me about what? That she wanted us to call you?
Well, yeah, I guess I don't know why that would be a thing.
Maybe it'll help a little bit if I just tell you what we know, and then you can confirm or deny whatever, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so she said that you guys were hooked up like through mutual friends. You went out for dinner, and then you went for a walk after. She also said that at one point she was talking a lot about her nieces and nephews and felt like that could have made you feel like she wanted kids right away, and that's why she thinks you're not calling her back. Like, she scared you off.
Well, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but we're walking and we're clicking, and the conversation's really flowing. It was great. And then after a little while, I turned my head and she was just gone. What? And I didn't know really where she was, but I finally found her, and it was like 30 feet behind me. And I saw her pull this like small camera out of her purse, and she was with a woman and her baby, and all of a sudden she takes a picture of the baby.
What?
And which I'm like, okay.
Wait, slow down. There was like a stranger on the street that she ran into that happened to have a baby, and you saw her taking pictures of a stranger's baby?
I didn't know if that was a stranger or somebody that she knew. I mean, I was just really confused by what was happening.
Did you get the answer to that? Was it somebody she knew?
No, not at all. I mean, she handed her something, and so she finally came back, and I asked her like what that was about. I'm like, did you know those people, and why are you taking pictures of babies? And she says, oh, well, she writes a baby blog like on the side or something, and she takes pictures of babies, for that blog. And out loud, I was like, oh, cool. But inside, I was like, oh, weird.
So she has a baby blog, but she doesn't even have her own babies.
Right. I'm not the only person that thinks that's a little out there.
And baby bloggers, I'm sorry, since I've had a kid, they are the craziest group of people ever.
Well, I don't know about that, but afterward, she willingly just, kind of showed me some baby pictures on her blog that she had taken from, I don't know, maybe other dates she'd been on. I have no idea.
That's interesting. A woman could do that. A guy has a baby blog like that. He's getting 15 years in prison.
Is she a professional photographer or something, and she makes money for photographing kids?
I didn't get that from that because the small camera that she pulled out of her purse was like something that you could pick up at, I don't know, some random store. It wasn't like a professional camera, which made me think, who is this girl?
Oh my God! She's got a throwaway camera.
I'd report her to police if some stranger was taking pictures of my kid on the street. I wouldn't be cool with that at all.
Yeah, and I kind of wasn't. So I was like, all right. It was just random and weird.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. That's kind of strange to just take pictures of strangers' babies to post them on the internet.
I have never seen that in my life, let alone on a date.
Yeah.
Hey, John, I also want to let you know that she's actually on the other line listening to this conversation.
Wait, she's what?
She's listening to this phone call right now.
Why?
So you can ask her about the blog if you want.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm
No,
not.
he's not kidding you. I'm on the line.
Oh, my God.
first of all, I don't appreciate, like, everybody making fun of this blog. Like, it's a side business. Like, there's nothing creepy about it. Babies are cute. I mean, everyone likes cute things. When I see a cute baby, of course I'm going to take a picture of it because I'm getting more content for my blog. It doesn't seem like that weird of a thing.
It is
like,
weird.
People have pet blogs. People have craft blogs. All kinds of things. I have a cute baby blog. Whatever. It's something I like to do. And, like, I make money from it. It's very adorable and whatever. And, like, who doesn't like babies? Oh, my God.
Okay, Lindsay.
I mean, okay. Whatever, John. Whatever. You don't like babies? Like, what the heck?
I didn't even know you were on the phone, okay? I didn't even ask to be a part of
Well,
this.
yeah, of course I'm on the phone. I wanted to find out what happened. It seemed like we hit it off. Everything was cool. And then all of a sudden it wasn't. And then you bring out this reason. You could have been like, oh, that's weird. I don't understand your blog. What is that about? But you didn't. You just apparently just got all freaked out.
Don't blame me. I mean, they called me, and I just told them the story, and I just told them what happened. So I don't understand why you're copying attitude with me.
I'm not copying attitude, John.
Wait, why are you yelling at me? I mean, you're the one who wants all the babies, so...
Was it the blog,
Calm down.
John, or was it the fact that you think that she wants to have kids right away? What's the bigger deal for you?
I mean, I really don't understand. It's just a very awkward thing to do, to just stop.
Oh my God,
walking
I'm
and
not,
be like, oh,
I'm
hey.
right here. I'm right here. You could just ask me, like, what is it that you do if you're that confused by it? Like, I can just tell you. I mean, I explained it to you before. It's not that weird. Like, there was a baby. The baby was adorable. And, like, I was like, oh, I'll get this content for my blog. It's something I do on the side. Like, everyone has hobbies and things they do. This is, like, a side job for me. So, like, that's what I was doing.
Lindsay, I gotta say, I'm a mother, and if someone stopped me on the street and pulled out a little tiny camera from their purse and started taking pictures of my baby, I would freak out on
but
you.
I gave her my business card. She saw that it was legitimate. Like, you know, like, it's the real thing. So,
But why, if you know that people freak out about it, why not wait till after the date or when you're not on a date to do it?
oh my God, why are you not listening to me? I saw a beautiful baby and I took the picture.
That's the best way to describe taking a baby picture ever. You know, I appreciate you, Lindsay, and, you know, that's your blog. It's your side business. But I could see where John's coming from, or maybe you want to, like, wait and do that on your own time, not during the date necessarily.
I see both sides.
Just stop judging me.
Oh my God, he's the only one on the room. He's on your side.
All right.
He's not on my side. He's ignorant like the rest of you idiots there.
All right. I think you're getting a little defensive, Lindsay.
No, I'm standing up for what I believe in. So if you hate babies, then just go yourself.
Lindsay, I don't necessarily like babies. I don't. I probably would not be a regular reader to your blog. After that, though, I will ask you, John, would you like to go on a second date with Lindsay? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God.
I don't want to go on a date with you either. God, you don't like kids. You don't like babies. I would never go on a date with a baby hater like you, John.
Okay, once again, I do not hate babies. It's just what happened on the date. It's you. It's not the babies, Lindsay. It's you.
Whatever. Just grow a pair.
Grow a pair. A little baby pair. Lindsay, thank you for doing the second date. I'm sorry it did not go like you wanted it to go.
Yeah, whatever. I bet you're sorry. You don't seem sorry.
But, hey, Lindsay, do you want to give out your blog real quick so people can go read about the babies?
Hey.
Oh, you.
.com or .org? Surefire way to scare off a guy on a first date. Tell him that you want to have his babies ASAP.
Shut up. No one says
right
that.
there on the first date. And that's what Lindsay did during her first date, and that's why she thinks she's not getting a call back. Right, Lindsay?
Oh, my.
No, I didn't say that. No.
Your email said that that's the reason you think he's not calling you back, though, because it may have seemed like you wanted to have babies, like, right away.
No, I never really came out and said that, but it was, like, part of the conversation.
Oh.
And I'm thinking that might be the only thing that he could have, like, gotten weird about.
How does that even come up? Are you, like, talking about your biological clock and how you don't have much time left?
Oh, my God. No, not at all. No.
All right, before we get into the baby talk, tell us how you met this guy.
Okay, so I met John through my friends at work. He used to work with them, and now he doesn't anymore, but they still like him. And I don't know, sort of been recently single, and I don't know, they were like, hey, we know this guy, he's cute, he's a little shy, what do you think? And I was like, sure, why not? You know, like, great. So we got each other's numbers, and, like, we texted for, like, a day or two. We talked on the phone, and he seemed really nice, and he was really sweet, and then we went to dinner.
Okay, and he seemed equally excited about all this?
Yeah, I mean, he's shy, you know, but I'm not, like, whoa, crazy, so I didn't think it was that, you know, I didn't think that was, like, going to be too much or whatever. I don't know. Dinner went well. Like, talked about, like, a lot about his family, how he's close with his family. The one thing that I loved was that he didn't talk about his ex at all. And the last guy I dated, like, all he did was talk about his ex, and it was the worst.
Yeah,
did you bring that up at dinner? Like, oh my God, the
No,
last guy.
No, I just paid attention to it. I was like, oh, he never brought up an ex-girlfriend. Oh, that is so great.
Nice.
All right, so tell us about the kids thing. Why do you think he's not calling you back because of that? What'd you say?
Well, we were talking about our family, and like he was like asking me about trips, and I was like, oh, I just got back from visiting my sister. I hung out with my niece and my nephew, and they're 2 and 3, and they're so adorable. Like, my niece is so cute, you know, she wants to wear a princess dress, and like I wore a princess dress with her, and I talked all about that. And my nephew, like, he really has these little action figure guys, and I played with it. Like, it was just, I don't know, I just had such the best time hanging out with them.
That's cute.
And after a little while, I realized, oh my God, I've been talking about my niece and nephew for like 10 minutes. I was like, oh.
Were you also showing him pictures on your phone?
Actually, I wasn't too bad about that. I only showed him a couple of pictures.
Just a few. All right, I can understand that. If I was on a date with you and you just kept talking about your niece and nephew for a really long time, the kind of guy I am, I would have been like, she wants to have a family like right away. It would have definitely scared me a little bit.
I don't know, but I don't know. But then when dinner was over, he said, I don't want this to be over. Do you want to go for a walk?
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, that's great.
So we sort of walked around for a while. Like, we just talked some more, and it was cool. And then he's like, all right, I got to go. And then he walked me to my car, and I said, okay, hey, well, text me. And then he was, like, really polite, like, said goodnight. But I thought, it was still kind of early. I thought we'd hang out more. There was no kiss.
Do you think that he was trying to get a kiss? Because I always think when a guy says, let's go for a walk, that's code for give me a little bit more time so I can work up my courage and maybe I can make this happen.
Wait for a moment.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he is really shy. Like, that's for sure. So I thought, well, maybe he wanted to but didn't know how. And I thought, I was like, oh, my God, I don't want to be aggressive with this guy because I already talked about my niece and my nephew. So I didn't try to kiss him. You know, or I didn't, like, lean up against the car and, like, look at him in a way that, you know, you could.
How did you guys part ways?
He was like, good night. That was kind of it. And he was really polite about it.
All right. Peace. See you later. That was a fun walk. Have a good life. So he hasn't talked to you at all since the date?
It's been 3 days, and I didn't hear from him at all. I texted him, but just one. I didn't go crazy. It was a one text that just like, hey, had a really great time. So nice to meet you. You know, that was pretty much it. And then still haven't heard back and like nothing.
3 days isn't a really long time. Are you sure you still want to do a second date and not give it a, couple more days? I mean.
Yeah, like in my book, like if a guy doesn't make plans in the next, 48 hours, then there's something going on.
Okay. Well, play a song, come back, call him, and find out if something is going on. And get your second date right after this, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hold on.